Okay, guys, on my comment page, some of you guys, someone, I can't remember which of you that it was, but one of you guys, maybe more, said that to believe in God was a lot like believing in the tooth fairy or Santa Claus or whatever. And I gave some thought to that, and I really realized that you're probably right. It really is. It's a lot like that. My motivation for believing in God is a simple one, and here it is. I believe in God because there's too many things around that I see that no one else can lay claim to doing. So I believe that it had to be someone who have a superior intellect, a superior knowledge, greater technique, greater technology than anything that we as human beings are familiar with. That's why I believe in God. It's the things that I see, the things that I can taste, the things that I can hear, the things that I'm exposed to that's undeniable. And I know that no one else, no one of my contemporaries can lay claim to creating it. So I know it's here. Again, we can't deny the fact that that tree exists out there, or that the air exists. We can't deny the fact that each tree brings forth fruit of its own kind. We can't deny that there's many, many, many things, an innumerable amount of things that happen in our natural world that no man can lay claim to having done or being cause of. Now, I know that many of you all believe in the Big Bop theory. It's Big Bang or Big Bang and something. I mean, you think, and these are the intelligent people of our world, you think that at some point in the distant past, some gases or something got together and just pop, and then here we are now in the situation we're in. The awesome, unbelievable harmony of the universe is a result of some mindless incident that happened way back that no one had control of, or no one orchestrated. And you believe that not. To me, it's like as Fred Sanford used to say, a person that can believe that has to be some kind of new fool. I mean, you've got to have some special ability to be a fool to believe that, in my opinion. How can you believe that there's no intelligent mind behind? I don't know, for example, Google, if you will, birds of paradise. That's the bird of paradise. And go back and look at the ritual, the mating ritual of the bird of paradise, and the different colors that they put on, the feathers, and how, and then ask yourself, get somewhere in a corner and close your eyes and ask yourself, did that just happen by some random boom or bang? Do I really believe that? Man, you got to be, you talk about atheists being cerebral people, you got to really have a special kind of intelligence to believe that happened. That there's no intelligent mind behind that. Now, no, I don't know who it is. I don't, I say that there is an intelligent force behind everything in the universe, and I choose to call him God. Now, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't have to call him anything. And plus, let me make this clear. I don't know what it is you think I have to gain from having you believe what I believe. In other words, I'm not going to get a cookie or anything if you decide, McFadden is right, there really is a God, and what am I going to get out of that? But the reality of the situation is, as a Christian person, I can't help but tell you what I believe to be the facts of life. And this is my own personal opinion. You don't have to believe it. But what I don't understand, many things I don't understand about it, but one of the major things is why are atheist people so mad about the fact that there are people who believe in God? That's what I really, really don't understand. But anyway, that's a story for another day. I want to get to this thing that they said. Someone told me, someone said on comment that if you believe in God, you may as well believe in Santa Claus or Tooth Fairy or whatever. And then I went on to say, that's right, you do believe in Santa Claus, you can believe in the Tooth Fairy or whatever if you believe in God, because the same thing applies. When I was first 8 or 9 years of my life, I did believe in Santa Claus. Santa Claus was very, very real to me in my experience. Every 25th of December morning when I woke up, there were presents and there were toys underneath the tree that wasn't there when I went to sleep. and no one took credit for it. Everybody in the adults around me say Santa Claus brought this. Santa Claus brought this. So yeah, I believed in Santa Claus. I looked forward to every Christmas morning, and I believed in that for a long time, 8 or 9 years. But then I started hearing whispers about, from my older siblings and from the kids I went to school with, that there's no Santa Claus. That's your mom and dad, they do that. And you know, and of course, that wasn't good news to me because I wanted it to be Santa Claus. So I talked to my mom about it and my dad about it, and they denied it at first. Oh, no, Santa Claus is really, you got to be a good boy. Santa Claus is really real. Don't let kids fool you. That really is the Santa Claus. Well, the whispers got louder, the rumors got a little louder and louder, and sooner or later, I got with my mom and dad, and I kept talking to them, and they finally agreed that there is no Santa Claus. And then I started asking different kind of questions, like, okay, if there's no Santa Claus, who put the toys under the tree? Who did this, who did that? So my mom grabbed me by the hand, took me across the street to my neighbor's house, and she introduced me to Mr. Thomas Wade. And Mr. Thomas Wade told me, he fessed up, he said, hey, I've been your Santa Claus. I'm the one that put the toys under the tree, and I'm the one that, drank the milk or whatever. I'm the one that did all these things that you've attributed to Santa Claus. He said, I've been doing that. And that, just to prove it, he showed me the red suit that he was wearing when he did it. So I reluctantly believed that there was no Santa Claus. But the only reason my mom and my dad was able to convince me that Santa Claus didn't exist is because they showed me who was responsible for the things that I had attributed to Santa Claus. Now, I know you know where I'm going, don't you? So this is what I say to you. I'm going to make it as simple as I can. And I know with the cerebral acumen that you atheists have, I know you're going to be able to understand this. If there is no God, then the only thing you need to do to prove that to me is to show me who's responsible for these things that I've attributed to God. I say it's because of God that my heart's beating in my chest. I say it's because of God that I'm able to breathe in and breathe out air. I say it's because of God that I can taste my food and that I can hear music and that I can smell the roses. I say God is responsible for all these things. Now, if he's not, then tell me who is. And if you can tell me who is, then I'll come over to your side. Here's the thing I'm going to tell you. I am not kidding with you. I really, really mean this. If you can show me that there is no God, then I'm perfectly willing to be an atheist. Perfectly willing. I really mean that, because I don't want to be operating under an erroneous conclusion that God's out there if he's not out there. I really don't. So all you need to do is provide a Mr. Thomas Wade, a spiritual Mr. Thomas Wade. Let me know if it's not God that's doing all these things we talked about, then just tell me who it is. If you can do that for me, then you and I have got a reason to continue our conversation. Now, if you can't, now please don't tell me anything about the big boom or the big bop. I don't want to hear anything. Please do not tell me anything about the big pop, or whatever it is you guys say is out there. And listen, don't give me this. I have some of you come on and say, man, look, we're learning things every day. One of these days, who knows, we might be able to tell who created the universe. And to that, I say this. When that day comes and you are able to tell me who really created all of these things that I'm attributing to God, then come back and let me and you have a conversation at that time. But until that time comes, please do not tell me that we probably are going to know at some point in time. I maintain that you're not going to know. I think there's some things essentially unknowable to us. We are the creation. We're not the creator. And I don't think I think there's something that will remain as long as this dispensation of time lasts. It will remain this way. So I believe in God, and if you can convince me that there is someone else out there that's responsible for these things that nobody else can lay claim to having done, then I'm gonna be willing to come over to your side. But I'm waiting, and that's where my question is going to always go with you. It makes you mad when we talk about that, but it's always going to be, unless you can tell me who did, don't try to tell me who didn't.